Hey, Tim, please enough already.
What are you on about?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Why did you tell the entire class that I'm not planning on going to college? Almost everyone at our school is gonna go on to college, so I asked you to keep it quiet. But today, everyone in class was talking about it.
It's not that you don't plan on going to college, it's that you can't go on to college, right? We all know that your family is too poor to be able to afford college tuition.
That's got nothing to do with any of you. Anyway, don't just go around telling people about my private matters.
Parents who are too poor to even send their kid to college shouldn't have kids in the first place. Talk about having no foresight. It's families like yours who can't make enough money on their own and then go crying to the government for support. And then it's up to families like mine who pay all these insane taxes to end up footing your bill. We always end up having to clean up your messes and get you out of situations you got yourselves into.
You're going too far with that. It's not like my family was always poor. My dad died 8 years ago, then my brother got really sick around 5 years ago. His hospital bills ended up costing us an arm and a leg. A lot of things happened, okay? Sure, now my family isn't as well off as most others, especially our classmates, but that doesn't mean you can just go around talking like that.
This isn't the Misfortune Olympics. You don't need to start talking about all that. Poor people sure like to do that, don't they? Are you hoping people who hear that will feel some sympathy for you? The world isn't as kind as you think.
That's not what I'm trying to do. But you're making fun of my parents, saying that they have no foresight or don't know how to plan ahead. Of course I can't just let that rest.
Yeah, whatever. Say what you like. It doesn't matter what you say or what excuses you try to make. Everyone knows how poor your family is. Oh, and I also told everyone that your family is sending you off to work at one of your relatives' companies too. You know, because why not?
They're not sending me off anywhere. I just got a normal job there like anywhere else. Stop spreading lies and rumors. You keep doing that even about small things like my clothes. I heard you told people that I never washed my uniform and just wear it as if every day.
That's because your uniform is dirty and gross. Ugh, I guess poor people don't even wash their clothes. Am I wrong?
Of course I wash them! My clothes are just a little old because I got them from an older student who didn't need them anymore.
Oh, so you wear other people's hand-me-downs? That's even worse! Ugh, I'd literally rather die than have to wear something like that. Imagine having to wear clothes stained with other people's sweat. That's gross.
Then you sent a photo of me covered in grass in the schoolyard to the class group chat. Not only that, you told everyone that I was taking the grass home to eat it for dinner. Since then, people keep leaving grass and weeds on my desk at school.
That's just everyone showing their kindness. Aren't you lucky? Now you won't have to worry about having enough to eat for dinner.
Stop messing around. Seriously, just enough already. I haven't done anything to you. Just leave me alone. If you keep it up, I'll have to tell the teachers.
I guess this is where we part ways, huh? Kinda sad, really.
I couldn't be happier.
Oh, come on. What, are you angry just because I teased you a little? You really need to learn to take a joke.
Because of you, I had a terrible time in high school. How many times did you make fun of me for being poor?
That happens all the time. A lot of people joke about that. It's nothing personal. It's true anyway. It's not like I made it up.
Anyway, I don't want anything more to do with you.
In that case, you can relax. It's not like there will be any reason for us to meet again anyway. You're off to work at some small-time company that could fail at any second. And I'm going to a famous private university. And after I graduate, it's a well-established company and a straight road to becoming a big shot for me. Good luck with your miserable life.
You have no idea how my life is gonna turn out. I'm gonna work hard and have a better, happier life than you.
You're really an idiot, aren't you? What matters is your education and connections, not hard work. And the two of us are from completely different worlds. There's no chance our paths will cross again from here on. We'll never have to see each other again.
I hope so. No, I'm praying for it.
Hey! It's been a while since we saw each other. What, has it been since we graduated high school? You've really surprised me. You took one look at my face and seemed lost for words.
I was. I never expected to meet you there. Sorry if I was rude before. I was in a hurry, so I couldn't stay and talk.
Did you end up getting a late entrance into college or anything after we last met? So you're really just out here with a high school diploma. Man, poor people really are stupid. There are other ways of getting into college, right? Like deferred pathways or even community college programs. You should have thought about taking one of those options to help you escape from the lower classes.
I mean, I guess I could have done that.
And what were you wearing earlier anyway? Worn out work clothes that look like they were covered in paint? You look even more ragged than you used to. Seeing you like that reminded me of the gross uniform you used to wear in high school. You were always wearing such dirty clothes.
There's a reason I was wearing those clothes. But what about you? Did you become a big shot yet like you said you would?
Of course I did. Or close enough. Tomorrow's my first day of my new job at a great company. And what do? Are you homeless or something? If that's the case, you want me to lend you some money?
Starting a new job? You're coming to my company.
Wait, what?
I've been so busy I completely forgot. I remember HR telling me that you were hired. I took a look at your CV.
Wait, what? What are you on about? Did you lose your mind in the years since we last met? If you're the CEO, why are you wearing those clothes?
That's because I was on my way back from helping do some painting at a nearby orphanage.
Painting? Why would you be doing that?
My company has a lot of different initiatives in the company to help kids from poor families and those with no place to go. Painting and helping with artwork is one of them. The point is to give the kids an opportunity to experience art and help them cultivate their imaginations. Today we had an event where a lot of investors volunteered to help out, so of course I also joined in. All of us helped the kids paint a massive picture of a dinosaur. It was pretty fun. My clothes did get completely covered in paint though.
So what, your company is trying to give back to society? What's the point of that?
Look, Tim. The company that you're gonna start working at tomorrow is managed by me.
There's just no way that's true. After high school, you were just going off to work at some small-time business. And now you're trying to tell me that you're a CEO?
I worked hard at that so-called small-time business. And now it has grown to be the company that you start at tomorrow.
Get real! I know that's not true. First of all, the name of the company is completely different from the one you went to work at.
After my uncle retired and appointed me the CEO, I changed the name of the company. My uncle didn't have any kids of his own, so he decided to pass the company on to me. At that time, the performance of the company was improving, so I decided to also expand the scope of what we do and completely rehaul the name and appearance of the office too. So along with that, I changed the name to give the company a new start, so to speak. But if you applied for this job, you should have seen the website. The CEO's name is clearly written there. You didn't realize? I thought you saw my name, so I decided to apply here.
Of course I saw the website. But your last name isn't the same as it was in high school.
Oh, that's right. My mom got remarried, so my last name changed because of that. But even so, if you went through the site, my photo should have come up at some point. I guess you didn't really look into the company too much. Usually an applicant tries to find out as much as they can about the job they're applying for. But whatever. HR said that they will hire you, so that's that.
You weren't the one who processed my application then?
The company has gotten too big for me to look over every applicant personally. I mostly leave that up to HR now. Of course, once they've chosen a candidate, I still look into them myself. By the way, I heard a lot about you from HR. They said that you studied abroad in France for 2 years during college? And so now you can speak French too. That's amazing! They also said that you entered graduate school. And after completing your master's in business, went on to be a project manager at a pretty big company. Also, that at your previous company, you were so popular with all the female employees that you could barely get along with all the men. You told me all about it.
That was all stuff that I talked about in my interview. So, are you really the CEO there?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I'm not gonna make up some pointless lie like that. And I'm always happy when someone with a good record joins a company. But there's one thing that I'm a little worried about. Extending a helping hand to help people in need is my motto. And the company also follows that ideal. I'm wondering if someone like you who looks down on the poor and helpless will really be an asset to this company or not. In any case, from tomorrow you have a 3-month trial period. So I'll be keeping an eye on your performance. Then I'll judge what happens from there. Hey, what's up? Are you still there?
Oh yes, I'm still here, sir.
What's up with the formality all of a sudden? Anyway, as I said before, that's what we'll do starting tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow then. Hey Tim, I need to talk to you about something. I've asked some of the other employees about how you're doing at the moment, and what they say isn't so good. Does anything come to mind?
I'm not really sure.
That's a pretty vague answer. This is what I've heard from them. You make a lot of obvious mistakes when preparing documents. You fail to be polite to clients and end up angering them in meetings. Then they also said that you've been copying data onto a personal USB. This is pretty different from what your CV said about you, and what you said in the interview.
That's just all a coincidence. I mean, I only just started, so I'm bound to make some mistakes, right?
You've also been going around boasting that you and I were classmates back in high school. And I went out of my way to hire you as soon as I could. So, you did apply here knowing that I was the CEO, didn't you?
Of course I did.
Apart from that, people said that you can't actually speak French, and a bunch of other things that seemed off. So I had to look into your past a little more closely.
What? What do you mean by that?
Well, I happen to know the CEO of the company you used to work at. So I asked him about how you would work and for him to get the opinion on your former co-workers. And that's where it all came to light. They said you were lying constantly and would always blame your own mistakes on other people. Everyone hated you for it. I also heard that you had a pretty big gambling debt, to the point where even the company got contacted about it. Everything I heard, there was nothing good.
That's all completely made up. Everyone at the last place I worked at were just jealous of my genius and wanted me to fail.
But even what you said in the interview at my company is exactly the same as what you told them at the previous place. That you were a graduate and studied abroad for 2 years. The timeline on that doesn't make any sense. The story about studying abroad was also completely made up. Then, because of your habit of lying, you messed up a lot of relationships with that company's clients. A bunch of them canceled contracts and the company was in the red for a huge amount because of you. And the reason you ended up getting let go is because of your gambling problem. Did you know that lying about your education and work history counts as a crime? It's only a misdemeanor, but a crime nonetheless. Did you think that a company that is lied to like that would just let it slide? I can tell you now that my company isn't going to do that.
Wait, please. That's not what happened. This is all just a misunderstanding. You know, just a mix-up in communication.
Lying isn't unusual for you. I know you from high school. You used to lie about things all the time back then, too. Some of your managers have also been telling you to fix up your appearance and get a new bag and shoes. But you seem to not listen to them at all. You used to always say how rich your family is. Was that a lie, too? Looking at how you present yourself now, I can't really believe that was ever the case.
That's not a lie! That at least isn't a lie.
Even now, you keep up the lies, huh? I already know. I spoke to your mother on the phone.
What? Why would you call my mom?
You needed to give over an emergency contact detail when you signed a contract with us, right? Since you put down your parents' number, I figured I'd give them a call. Your mother picked up and we spoke for a while. You were always bragging about how rich your family was back at school. But it turns out you are a completely normal middle-class family. Your mom said no one in your family has ever made enough to be called a high-income earner or upper class or anything of the like. And now it's up to your parents to pay off your gambling debt. They said they're really struggling.
Damn, my mom. Why did you have to go tell you so many unnecessary things?
Anyway, that's not really important. You've only been with us for a few days, but have already had a harmful effect on the company and the other employees too. On top of that, you lied about your education and work history. So with that in mind, and seeing that you're still on the trial period, I've decided to terminate your contract at the end of the 3 months. We won't be giving you a full-time position.
You can't do that! I signed a contract!
That was a contract that you signed, one for a 3-month trial period. Did you not read the contract?
Give me another chance. Come on. Please. I mean, we're friends from school.
In high school, you constantly made fun of me. Despite that, in good faith, I hired you and decided to just see how it went. Isn't that a better chance than you could really ask for? There isn't a second.
Please. I'm still up to my ears in debt. If I don't have a job, I can't pay it back. The debt collectors will probably start coming by the house again too!
I'm not happy it has to end like this. But your habit of lying will most likely cause damage to my company's reputation with clients. That's what happened at the last place you worked at, after all. Sometimes, in order to minimize risk, it's necessary to make harsh decisions. Sorry, but that's what it means to be a manager.
It's not like I was a liar from the very beginning. I used to just joke about lots of things. I never meant them seriously. But in middle school, I made a joke about my family being really rich and everyone made a big fuss. That made me feel kind of good. And before I knew it, lying was a habit and I did it more and more. I did it to try and get better in this world.
Both my family and yours. They weren't rich, but that's just how it is. There's nothing wrong with that. But to lie and deceive people, that's wrong. And to purposefully go out of your way to hurt people's feelings is even worse.
Look, I'm sorry for what I did and said in school. I recognize that you've become successful. You've become someone really amazing. Remember what you said to me? That you would work hard and have a better life than me? You did it! You showed me!
There's no use now for empty flattery. It's too late for that.
What'd you say? Okay, so you worked hard and became a CEO. So what? You think you can look down on me now? Don't get so cocky.
Now you're just gonna snap back, huh? I guess lying isn't your only bad trait.
Why did this happen? How could this happen? You were poorer than me. How did you end up becoming more successful?
That's because I refused to let my environment and circumstances affect me, and gave it my all without any regrets. And while I was working hard and doing all I could, you just lazed around. That's where the difference is. You said that our paths would never cross again, and that we'd never see each other's faces again. This time, I sincerely hope that will be the case. When the trial period ended, Tim packed his things and left the office moping. But he didn't stop lying until the very end of his time at my company. He even kept telling some of the other employees that I was jealous of his abilities and was doing everything I could to make him look bad in front of others. Needless to say, there wasn't a single person who believed him. At this point, Tim's lying seems almost pathological. I don't think it's something that can be fixed that easily. As I expected, Tim kept falsifying his education and work experience and continued to look for a job. But as it happens, word spreads fast, and Tim became somewhat infamous in the industry. In the end, there wasn't a single company that was willing to hire him. The debt collectors appeared for him again, and to get away from the debt, he seems to have run far away and disappeared. After that, I don't have the slightest idea about what happened to him. As for my company, it has kept growing and growing. We have also kept up with initiatives to give back to society and help those in need. I was lucky enough to get this opportunity, thanks to my uncle. And I plan to use it to help as many disadvantaged children as I can.
Good morning, Mom. I need advice on something. Do you have time? Oh, good morning, Cindy. What can I do for you? Is something wrong? Tom and I are getting a divorce. Divorce? What are you talking about? What happened? What did my stupid son of mine do this time? Had an affair? Oh my god. What? Well, it seems he met the girl of his dreams on some dating app. A dating app? Is he totally bonkers? I heard about it through a friend of mine. She showed me a photo of the two of them on this dating app. This looks like your husband, she said. It was a little embarrassing to say the least. I thought maybe it could have been anything. Probably a mistake. Someone at work or something. But he had also uploaded a photo of us together, but with me cut out. I'm so sorry. That stupid, no good son of mine. I brought him up wrong. It's all my fault. It's not your fault, Mom. It's just his character. He's always been a little like that. Figured after a few years of marriage he would grow up. I really should have put an end to it the last time he cheated on me. I should have listened to you. You told me to get a divorce, but I just couldn't. I really should have taken your advice and put an end to it. That no-good son of mine. You are way too good for him, Cindy. You don't have to hold back. You know that, right? I'm his mother and all, but I just can't forgive him for causing you so much grief. Yes, you've been so kind to me. I didn't want to let you down. If we got divorced, we'd have to cut all ties. I just didn't want that. How many times do I have to tell you? Even if you divorce him, our relationship would not change one bit. We're free to be friends, aren't we? Besides, I think of you as my daughter. How could I cut ties with my daughter, silly? I really appreciate that. And so, are you okay now? Is there anything I can do? If you're in trouble and you need me, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here for you. Well, actually, I am in a bit of a bind. I'm currently at a motel downtown. Huh? Did you leave home? Well, yes and no. Tom took my key away from me and kicked me out of the house. I had nowhere else to go. He told me that if I didn't sign the divorce papers and promise not to demand alimony, he would sell off all my stuff in the house. Ugh, I'm speechless. Am I hearing you right? Did he kick you out? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cause you any trouble. I had no one else to turn to. As for clothes, I don't mind him throwing those out, but all my parents' photos and things my folks left me. I guess he knew how much I cherished those photos and the valuables my folks... He figured I would relent if he threatened to throw those out. And he's probably right. Okay, I know what I have to do. Don't worry about it, Cindy. I will get those things back for you, no matter what. You can count on me. What I want you to do right now is check out of that motel and get over here to my house. Poor thing, all alone in that dark motel. I'll have a big hot meal ready for you by the time you get here. Thanks so much, Mom. You don't know how happy that makes me feel. I'm going to head to work now and explain the situation to my boss, and then I'll head over there. I just hope it's not a burden. Not a burden at all. As a matter of fact, I can't wait for you to get here. We have a lot of things to discuss. We have to make plans to get you out of this mess. Hey, Tom! Lisa here. Are you still sleeping?
Huh? Lisa? What's going on? Why do you have 2 line accounts?
Yeah, my smartphone went completely haywire. Got a new one. I also changed my phone number.
Oh, okay. I get it. That's why 2 line accounts, huh? And so, what's up? Are you already longing to see me? You're such a cutie. Can't live without me, huh?
Hey, Tom, are you married? I was checking your line account, and it says you're married.
Did you see my personal data on my line account?
Yeah, when I got the new phone. Are you married?
Did you show that to your folks?
No, just me. I got a bit worried. Haven't said anything to anybody yet. Hey, why didn't you tell me?
Lisa, listen to me and listen hard. To me, you are my number 1. Numero uno. You do understand that, right?
Yeah.
I thought if I said I was married, well, you'd hate me. I want to be with you, Lisa, and nobody else. That's why I kept quiet about it. I wanted to make things right before I told you. So, please forgive me, and trust me, everything will work out fine.
I'm so relieved to hear that. If you consider me number 1, I have no complaints. I trust you.
Oh yes, you are my number 1. And about that line account, keep it under your hat for the time being. You know, until I clean up this mess.
Sure thing, Tom.
Don't worry, things will work out. You can count on me, Lisa.
I just love that about you. So confident. Gets me excited. Do you remember when we first met?
Yeah, wasn't it last July? How could I forget?
Do you still have that photo we took?
Are you kidding me? Of course I have it. I look at it almost every day.
Really? Oh, I'm so happy. You know what? I just got a new phone and I don't have any photos on it.
No problem. I'll send it to you. Give me a second. Here you go.
Oh, thanks a lot. Now I feel like you're right here next to me. I'm kissing the screen right now.
Lisa, my love, you just can't live without me, babe.
I can't wait to see you again. When are you going to come and see me?
It's only been like 24 hours. We'll meet tomorrow. A real date this time. Can't wait to see you again.
Oh, a date, huh? We haven't gone on a date since you were in 1st grade.
Huh? What is this?
Who? Your mother, of course.
Huh? What the hell is this?
Like I said, this is your mother. You know, the mother that gave birth to you. I just bought a new smartphone.
I thought I was talking to Lisa. Is this a prank? What's going on here?
Boy, you haven't changed a bit since grade school. Slow as molasses. This is my line account, not your little lovebird Lisa.
Huh? Mom? What? What the? Are you serious?
My little ploy to collect evidence for your two-timing. Okay, so I got it when you started this whole thing, and now I even have a photo of when you two met. Cute, but does not look too smart. So easy to trick you. You always fall for my tricks.
Come on, really? Is this really you, Mom? Okay, I get it. It's you, Cindy. Right, you're acting like you're my mom. That's it, isn't it?
You wish. No, it's your dear old mom. Cindy told me everything. The girl of your dreams, huh? Met this Lisa on a dating app? Cindy told me all about this Lisa. Robbie, I miss you. Pretty good, huh? You do know that Lisa is Cindy's old schoolmate. A few years younger, though. Cindy learned of your dating app from a friend. There was this photo of you on it. So that friend gave us a hand, and that's how we found out who your little darling was. Apparently, her friend went and asked this Lisa directly. Lisa knows all about Robbie Throbby, as she called you. Ugh, really? But she had no idea you were married. But kids nowadays are really something. They're all connected and seem to know everybody. Seems such a small world. Never thought my little scheme would work like a charm on you.
Hold on 1 second, Mom. I still can't wrap my head around this whole thing. And why the hell are you and Cindy working together against me anyway? I thought you didn't want anything to do with me.
Yeah, that still goes. I don't want anything to do with you, but I have everything to do with my daughter, Cindy. You really thought I would shut up and let you abuse my daughter?
I wish you would stop conniving with my wife without my permission.
Ugh, I wish you would stop interfering with my private life. I can connive with whomever I like. And one more thing, Cindy's photos and belongings. You even lay a hand on those things, and I will see you in court. Or did you forget what my occupation is? That's right, I'm still a lawyer, and you know I'm a good one, don't you? Unlike you, who has been trying to pass the bar exam for... how many years has it been now?
You always have to bring that up! How about you? You're pretending to be someone else. That's a crime. Yeah, that's deceit!
Hey, come on, I'm your mother. I wouldn't do such a thing. Wow, you really are losing your marbles. Don't you even remember my name? It's Melissa. You know some people called me Lisa back then. But now it's just Mom. I just shortened my name. Too much bother to text, you know. Who did you mistake me for? Is there another Lisa? LOL.
That's plain dirty! And you call yourself a lawyer!
Don't really need the law to handle the likes of you. Besides, you're studying for the bar. Where do you even find the time to have an affair? For Pete's sake! You betrayed your loving wife who stood by your side for all these years, praying you would pass the bar exam one of these days, believing in you. Now, all of a sudden you found your dream girl? You're despicable! If you have no intention of passing the exam, why don't you just quit and get a job?
I'm sure I will pass it this year! I know it! As for Cindy's stuff, all of it is over here at my place. I got it all. I can dump it all in the furnace at any time. You do realize that now, don't you?
Are you blackmailing us? You do realize that's a crime. And if you throw out her belongings that her folks left her, that's what's called malicious damage to property. Don't you even know that? I really don't see how you're going to pass the bar exam this year. LOL. Give it up, son. You're not lawyer material.
Just because you're some hotshot lawyer, you have no right to criticize me! You have no idea how hard I've tried!
Have you really tried that hard? If you have time to have an affair with some young girl, you should be studying your ass off to pass that exam. Don't give me that sob story. Besides, nobody asked you to become a lawyer. I mean, really, do you even want to be one? And if it wasn't for Cindy, who's been supporting you financially all these years, you wouldn't even have a place to live. Stop with this crazy pride of yours and grow up!
I don't want anything to do with you or Cindy anymore! I'm going to cut ties with both of you! Forever! So, you want compensation, huh? Okay, I'll pay for it! Just tell Cindy to sign those divorce papers ASAP! I'm surprised you didn't know. And you call yourself a lawyer. For your information, Lisa's father is the CEO of a major corporation. I'm set for life. Cindy's divorce compensation? That's just chump change for me. Mom, can you please help me out? I think I've been completely swindled. I can't get a hold of Cindy either. Please help me out here. Your son is in trouble, for God's sake. Pick up, please. I'm sure you can get in touch with her.
Who is this? My good-for-nothing son? I thought you cut ties with us. The divorce is all settled. She wants nothing to do with you anymore.
It's Lisa. She lied to me. She had a kid. Did you guys know that?
Of course we did. Do you think we didn't conduct a thorough check? You're dumber than I thought.
And she said she was the daughter of a CEO. But the company is some fly-by-night operation with 2 or 3 employees. On top of that, the company is on the verge of bankruptcy. And about that compensation I paid you? They figured they were in debt up to their necks, so what's an extra 10 or 20,000 bucks?
So, what do you want me to do about it?
I need your help, Mother. Please. I don't want to marry this girl. But I already paid Cindy, and they want me to work to pay it off. I thought they were such nice parents, but after I got to know them, they treat me like crap.
As I recall, it was you who dumped Cindy and took off with this young girl. That's the path you decided to take. It's no fault but your own. My only advice to you is to figure it out for yourself. You created this mess. Now clean it up.
Please, Mom. Do you even know why I wanted to be a lawyer? It was you. I looked up to you. I wanted to be like you, that's why. Are you gonna just dump your son? Your own flesh and blood? At this rate, I won't even be able to study for the bar exam.
You're the one who cheated on Cindy, and now you come begging? Shame on you, son. And don't forget, the last time you had an affair, it was with that married woman. I ended up paying the husband for your damages. You do remember that, don't you? I gave you a choice. I pay the damages to the husband and we cut ties as a family, or you work and pay it off yourself and we continue as a family, as mother and son. But we know which route you took. From that day on, you were no longer my son.
Please, Mom. I was wrong. Help me out here. Please. I swear. I'll study super hard to become a lawyer, so please give me another chance. Mom!
You really have to take responsibility for what you say. You can't go mouthing off about something you have no intention of doing. You're a grown man now. Get your act together, Tom! Like I said, you created this mess. You clean up! To see your own son cheating on his wife. It's hard for a mother to watch, but I had to at least try to help him out. But when he did that a second time, that was the last straw. I had to look the other way. What's more, he was studying to be a lawyer for Pete's sake. He should understand the situation he's in. After that last conversation, he gave up on his efforts to pass the bar exam and apparently went through with his marriage to Lisa. I hear he's having a hard time with his newfound family, working to pay off debts, no doubt. It will probably do him a world of good. I hope he's taking this opportunity to feel a little remorse about how he treated Cindy. As for my daughter Cindy, she's off studying overseas. Tom can no longer rely on her or me for support. Before Cindy married Tom, she was working for an architectural firm and always had dreams about being an architectural designer. So she went off to Finland to study. She always loved those Scandinavian design concepts. As for me, I regularly chat with Cindy, and she tells me all about her time in Europe. I even plan on joining her during her summer break. I know, it seems strange for Cindy to befriend the mother of such a despicable ex-husband, but I really feel she's my real daughter, and I plan on protecting her in the future. Besides, I have no other kids. She's my one and only daughter.